This is brutal! Usually my reviews, I don't fault a game for being hard and don't crucify it immediately. I give it a fair chance, but I have spent so much time just trying to beat one level in this game, and I can't. This is the infamous CHAKAN the FOREVERMAN, released in 1992 for the Sega Genesis. So let's get down to the tired cliche and get it out of the way. Just because a game's hard doesn't mean it's a bad game. However, in this case, this is a bad, frustrating experience. Do not play this game unless you are big on torturing yourself. Now, just by glancing at the cover, you would immediately think that CHAKAN was not a Sega game, but a third-party game, but actually this was published and developed by Sega in '92, and this was extremely dark and gruesome for a major game company to put out under their name at the time, as games like Mario, Kirby, and Zelda were cutesy and friendly, and even Sega's own Sonic. Just know this about CHAKAN the FOREVERMAN as far as the gameplay. The hit detection is off, it is confusing as far as a map system. You are left with no explanation on what to do and basically just thrown to the wolves immediately, even at the stage select screen, which is a pain. The double jump's cool, but has a tendency to work when it only wants to. The coolest part about it is actually it's reminiscent of the Super Star Wars series when you can jump with the lightsaber attack. This is the attack I actually use quite the most, as I do in the Star Wars games as well. The music's lousy, nothing at all is special about it. Half the time you barely even know it's there. The sound effects are creepy to annoying at best, especially the death sound of CHAKAN. There are death pits that remind me of Super Pitfall for the NES, especially on this stage. Watch this. What a beginner's trap. There is no getting around that. If you've never played that level before, you're gonna die right there, so just accept it. Here's something really weird. If you hold the attack button and press every direction on the D-pad, you will strike your sword in that direction. Standing still while doing this kind of makes him look like a crossing guard, and considering what he looks like, an evil pilgrim to begin with, that's pretty funny to me. In-game graphics for the Sega Genesis aren't too bad, but they're nothing special either, and it's very mundane and boring playing through a level, and this is another reason why you get lost. Everything looks the same. But I do have to mention the title screen. The title screen is lame as hell. When it comes into color, the word CHAKAN, I immediately think of the Cheetah Man, and that's all I can focus on, and all my brain will allow me to think. This was pretty laughable. I never read or knew that there was CHAKAN comics, so the only story I know of is what I've read on the title screen, and quite honestly, to me, it's pretty lame and seems like a Spawn knockoff. CHAKAN, as a human or mortal, fights the Grim Reaper, and the Grim Reaper says if he defeats him, he can have eternal life. CHAKAN does defeat him and gets eternal life, but is tricked by the Grim Reaper in saying he must vanquish all of the supernatural enemies until the curse is lifted. Like I said, Spawn. There is a spell system, however I cannot figure it out. Yes, I can get them to work, but you need the right combination for certain ones, and other ones cancel the other one out, and I just cannot figure it out, nor do I care enough to put that much effort into figuring it out. There's no hand-holding and no checkpoints in CHAKAN the FOREVERMAN. If you're up to it, go for it. I mean, hell, I have literally sat down and had a pot of coffee trying to beat one level on this game, and I cannot do it. So you know what? You try it. You try to see if you can take the CHAKAN challenge. Just too much frustration combined with a lack of creativity making it boring just gives this game a thumbs down for me. And I love games like Contra Hardcore where it's extremely difficult, but it makes me want to keep playing it. I don't want to keep playing this game, I just want to put it down and never look again. This is CHAKAN the FOREVERMAN for the Sega Genesis on Hibiki QUICKIE. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you like what you've seen so far. There's tons of video game music, retro reviews, and Hibiki history still to come. Also, if you're hip to the Twitter machine, you can follow me on Twitter and the Hibiki TMD Facebook group. Thanks again for stopping by.